Yesterday, the internet finally got its first look at Victor Von Doom, aka Dr. Doom from the upcoming Fantastic Four reboot, or as I like to call it, the only reason Fox is making this is so the rights don't revert back to Marvel. And speaking of that, this isn't the first time Fox pumped out a Fantastic Four movie because they were about to lose the rights. Remember 1994? And this abomination against humanity? Yeah, that movie had a budget of $5 and a shoestring. And by the way, if you want to watch that fantastically shitty Fantastic Four movie, which came out in 1994, it's here on YouTube. I highly recommend watching it on a cold, lonely, rainy night. That's how I did it. Okay, so let's talk about this new incarnation of Dr. Doom, who's played by Toby Kebbell. If you didn't know who actor Toby Kebbell was, well, he played Koba in the latest Dawn of the Planet of the Apes movie. So suffice it to say, this guy can play a badass villain. Now, before I give you my thoughts on this image right here, I want to tell you something about the internet. No matter how badass something is, people will hate it and dislike it. And no matter how shitty something is, people will love it. That is the consensus of the internet. Well, there is no consensus. We can't agree on anything. But at first glance, does this image of Dr. Doom look a little bit off-putting and kind of make you feel let down? Well, yeah, it kind of does. But you know what? I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt because I'm going to give you an example of another movie that came out this summer, and a lot of people were talking shit about it before it hit theaters, and that was X-Men Days of Future Past. Do you remember the character of Quicksilver? So if you're bored with life and don't believe me, I highly recommend going back a few months and reading some internet forums about the character of Quicksilver. It looks awful, it looks shitty. Oh, this isn't gonna work. And then you watch the movie, and the character Quicksilver, he works when you're watching it in live action. And that's why I'm going to give this new incarnation of Dr. Doom the benefit of the doubt. Because you know what? It could look amazing on the big screen. Or it could look like ass. And don't get me wrong, that little fanboy inside me right now is screaming. And he's saying, the new Dr. Doom looks like the Dark Elf from Thor 2. The new Dr. Doom costume looks like a homeless man's footy pajamas. You know what the new costume looks like? It looks like they wrapped him in trash bags, lit him on fire, let them melt, cool down, and they're like, yeah, this is fucking Dr. Doom. Check it out, everyone. Oh, wrap a green scarf around his head. There you go. So yeah, that's a few complaints from the little fanboy inside of me, but sometimes you know what you gotta do to that little fanboy inside of all of you? You gotta take them, and you gotta squeeze them. Shut the fuck up! I'm sorry for that. I don't know what just happened. I lost control. So anyway, guys, here's my question to you. What do you think about this new upcoming Fantastic Four movie? And what do you think about the new look of Dr. Doom? The new movie comes out June 2015. Leave your thoughts, your opinions down below. Oh, and by the way, before I go, speaking of comic book movies, I have a few upcoming videos. One of them is going to be worst comic book movies ever made, and the second video is going to be best action movies ever made. So look out for those sometime next week. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.